like with everything else they ever did. I mean, remember Final Fantasy X-2 where they all started to sing? Those were good songs.
The four of us around a campfire. How long's it been?
An eternity.
So yeah.
Out with it.
I just... Damn it. Why the hell is this so hard? So I've made my peace. Still, knowing this is it, and seeing you here now, it's more than I can take.
Yeah, you're damn right it is.
Huh. You spit it out. It's good to hear.
Well, what can I say? You guys are the best.
I mean, can you really have... I think the music is too loud to actually speak over that. Could you have really made your peace already? I mean, how late was it? How old was he when he started this journey? 18 years? 20 maybe? And now he is 28, 30? And 10 years of his life were just whipped from him for the sole reason that he had to ascend and be born as the ultimate king of kings. And usually you would have 50 or 60 more years, if not even more, to live. Oh yeah, can you calm it down? Calm down your tits, music. This music is great though. But seriously, how? How could you have made peace with yourself when you only had so little time on this earth? I mean, everything rested upon his shoulders. He was the only one who could have, by his sacrifice, to save them all. So basically, the needs of the few, which is him and his friends, justify the needs of the many. So that is what he died for. It's kind of sad that they make stuff like that. I mean, I don't know if I could do that. Maybe, but I wouldn't bet on it. But then again, you would die anyway because you didn't do what you was intended to. Let's see. Oh yeah, the sun is rising. I just thought about, what's the deal? Oh yeah, the sun wasn't rising anymore. And now it's rising again. They created a beautiful world. Square Enix did a great job on that. Now they just need to fill it with more life.
Dearest Luna, you did well to deliver the ring to Noctis. Wayward though my son may indeed be, he has made me proud. May you too know happiness.
It's hard if you're dead to know happiness. Of course. Wait, what? Wait, what? 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 Wait, what? How? What? Yeah, don't explain it. Of course, the final kiss. How? Is it the deal you have to show that you are ready to sacrifice yourself? And then you will be granted a second chance in life? Is that what you try to tell me here? Is that it? Whoa, what? Okay.
Thank you.
Well then. Congratulations, you completed the game. View your certificate of completion from the archives. Then share this record of your success with all your friends. I don't have any certificate of completion. Level 99. Perfect. After 74 hours. The story didn't even last. I think the story is at most maybe 10 hours long. And I spent 64 hours doing all the side quests. Save completion data. Load this file to begin play outside the Citadel. You can also return to the past and explore Lucius. Well, that's cool, actually. Then I can redo the fight whenever I want. You resume play from your last save point next time you load this file. Do you wish to proceed? Yes. Is there more? Or will I just be on the main menu now? What did you load? Final Fantasy 15, the Windows Edition. I completed the game. You gave me real headache game, but you showed me the wrongs and the inner workings of my PC that were not stable. And after I kinched out every unstable thing I repaired in my PC, this game, I can say, I would say it is pretty stable. I can't say that it is absolutely optimized. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But I would say it's pretty good optimized. I mean, you could play it at almost full settings, 1080p, with an up-to-date graphics card. So yeah, from a technical standpoint, this game is golden. It is stable. It served me for 40 to 50 hours without crash after I well, discovered that my RAM XMP profile was totally busted. And I had to manually calibrate it. And now I could play the game without issue, without fear of crashing, until the way through. The other things about the game, I mean, it was a beautiful game world. At first, I didn't like the fighting system at all. But then, I started to like it, because it isn't so different from the traditional. It's a little bit more hectic when there are a shit ton of enemies on the screen, then it gets a little bit confusing and a little bit clustered. But other than that, the fighting system was fun. It was I would say this is the best Final Fantasy game that came out ever since Final Fantasy X-2. It took them, from my perspective and from my personal taste and experiences with the Final Fantasy games, it took them 4 generations of failure, in my opinion. Actually more if you count 13, 13-2 and 13 Lightning Returns. I haven't played Lightning Returns yet, I haven't finished 13 yet, but they were just, I didn't have any motivation to go on. But in this game, they had a few very interesting side stories. And it was just entertaining to play the game. And that's what games are about. Entertainment. That's what games are supposed to bring you. And this game delivered. It delivered what I hoped for since 4 generations of Final Fantasies. It had likable characters, and sometimes you didn't like them, sometimes you hated them, you had the ups and downs with them, kind of. And yeah, gameplay was great. The story, it was very cinematic. It was very, they had very cool shots, cool quick time events even, that I found greatly introduced. Or implemented, so to speak. And yeah, I can't say more than I had a really good time with it. This was the most fun I had in with a Final Fantasy game in years, of the newer ones. I think no other Final Fantasy will engage me as much as Final Fantasy VII, when a certain someone was killed by a certain someone. And that was just the drive for me. No, I spent so much time with that character, and now you take it from me. And this is what I missed a little bit in this game. We didn't have much interactions with this Luna Freya, so we couldn't connect with her as much as we could with the certain someone in Final Fantasy VII. I mean, you had her for about 20 hours of your journey before that certain someone kicked the bucket. And in this game, I know it was intended that you should feel very after he stabbed her right in the gut, but it was just missing. This feeling was just missing for the sole reason that we had so little interaction with this character. And I think, even though you found out a lot about Ignis, Prompto, Gladio, and in their respective episodes, this game didn't hit me as much in the feels as other Final Fantasies, I have to say. So I'm still excited and anxious about the remake of Final Fantasy VII, if it will really stroke the same strings again. I mean, the whole plot reveal is already all over the internet, so I doubt it will have the same impact, but if it can make the same memories reoccur, then they would redeem themselves at the very least, that they still can pull this off. I mean, visually the game is great, story-wise a little bit lacking, and I also haven't played the episode Gladio, Ignis, and Prompto yet, so maybe that will be a thing that redeems this a little bit, but not really, because things like that should be in the game in the first place. Or with the Windows edition, they could have integrated those scenes within the game, like they did it in other companies encapsulated DLC into the game. The best example I have for this is Deus Ex Human Revolution. There was a DLC that was woven into the main story, and maybe that would have helped a little bit. And apparently there are even more DLCs to come for Final Fantasy 15. So I'm a little bit sour about that. As I said, visually the game is great. The gameplay was fun and engaging, and I really liked it that they try an action approach, but they need to flesh it out more. This whole stuff with holding a button down for combinations to occur. I never hold the button down for an extended amount of time. I always mash the B button to do combo attacks. And they should really do it more like other games, where you actually have to press 2 different buttons to execute different combos. And the flicking of the analog stick didn't really do much for me in changing up the combat, but overall, they are on the right path. They are on the right path to do a really satisfying RPG action combat. They just have to flesh it out a little bit more. But they are on the right way. They are on the right way to make it really engaging again. Oh, and I'm also excited about Comrades. But I would probably only dive into that after I finished the extra episodes and the extra DLC. And also, from this day on, it's the 3rd of August. Only a few days until Monster Hunter World comes for PC, so I'm excited for that. So I don't know if I managed to get to all of that after I finish this. So yeah, in any case, that was a ride. I mean, it had ups and downs, but I really only can say the gameplay was satisfying. The characters were kinda good, but not as fleshed out as I would have hoped. The story was lacking here and there. They really tried their damnedest to make the main villain to be as bad of a person as they tried to make him a little bit like Kefka. They tried to make him a little bit like Sephiroth. They tried to make him a little bit like insert random villain name here. But they didn't quite flesh him out enough to be hateable enough. I mean, the point where he killed Luna Freya should have been the turning point for you to hate him. I mean, it had kind of that effect, but not as big as the effect could have been if you could have spent more time with Luna Freya beforehand. Or maybe I'm just too disconnected from everything, and just because of personal psychological things, games just doesn't have the impact on me anymore as they used to be. That could be, I'm not sure. I mean, I still was delighted when I replayed Final Fantasy VII after 17 years. I was still delighted by that game. And it still kept me engaged, so I can't say I totally lost it. And also, the openings of Kingdom Hearts, for example, still bring tears to my eyes. So I'm not totally apathetic. I don't even know what to talk about anymore. I think I'm just babbling and dragging this on unnecessarily. In any case, I hope you had a fun time with this game. I hope you had as much fun as I had. And I will hopefully see you again in the next thing, whatever that will be. I'm pressing the start button now to see what will happen before I end it. Oh, wait, what? Oh. Oh. Chapter select and downloadable content. New game plus. Oh yeah, of course. Episode Gladio, episode Prompto, and episode Ignis. Those are the ones I was talking about. Oh, I can already see where this is going. And of course, Final Fantasy Multiplayer Expansion Comrades. Which apparently has a more fleshed out magic system. Oh yeah, right! The magic system wasn't as satisfying as I hoped to. I mean, I used it at some point, but then I stopped using it, especially electricity, because it just fucked up my own team more than it fucked up the enemy. Wait, special? Oh yeah, chapter 13 verse 2 would be playable now, which is a little bit late. But yeah, that's it. Stay tuned for more. Hopefully see you around. Don't forget to check my Discord channel. Maybe even put a little subscription there if you haven't done already, and hit the bell. I mean, I'm asking this only at the end of the series. And if you really stick with me the whole end through, you will see this. And yeah, Discord. Discord is the most important because this was the first time I did Discord exclusive live streams. So some live streams where I don't want to be spoiled very hard. Because I think the ones who actually go through with going to the Discord and then setting up there have probably more decency than random internet trolls. In any case, yeah, stay tuned. Bye bye. Didn't want to get down on you. Bye bye. 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 I'm gone.